Alright guys, I just wanted to make a quick video about my Oblivion build I'm running right now. So I call it the Vampiric Knight. Um Basically a death knight, being obviously being a vampire. Um Really the only downside that I've found, obviously, with this build is this right here. Nice load screen. No longer being able to be in the sun, and that gets worse the longer you don't feed. Obviously you get stronger, but this gets worse. um so basically what you want to do, if you guys want to do something similar to this, is for my major skills I'm doing armor, because we're going to use heavy armor. It's going to break a lot because we're also a melee character, so you want to run armor to repair that. You really just want it to get to 25, so it's not a huge deal as long as you have 25, so you can repair magical items. We're going to run blade, obviously heavy armor. Once you get to 100, it's basically no downsides really. And I've also found, being a magic user, the downsides of running heavy armor aren't as big as some people think they are. I've not really had an issue with it. Alteration, it's good for running on water, water breathing, stuff like that. The bread and butter, though, is going to be conjuration and destruction. Conjuration, obviously, you can summon creatures to fight for you, which is a huge deal because you can cast it and then you can kind of kite mobs. And then destruction, blowing shit up. It's always fun. And then I also took Mythicism for being able to cast Soul Trap mainly, so I can recharge stuff without having to pay a repair or to recharge my weapon, because that stuff is expensive. If you want, I would, if you wanted to, you could switch out armor with, I don't know, like alchemy or illusion. Or honestly, restoration wouldn't be bad either. I hardly ever make potions or anything like that. I usually just use restoration, so restoration would be good. So speechcraft isn't bad, because as you can see, let's see, where is it? My blind. As you can see, our personality is terrible, so nobody likes us. On top of being a dark elf, we're also a vampire, so we have no personality. So speechcraft would be nice if you wanted to level that up, help with that. There's a lot of quests that aren't locked, but it's way easier to complete if you have a high personality, and you can persuade them easier. The two attributes you want to focus on the most, really, in the beginning, is willpower and endurance. And then strength and intelligence are the four you really want to work on. I got bonuses here from armor and stuff like that. So if you want to go more caster, intelligence, willpower. If you want to go more like melee, strength. Strength helps with your carrying. And then endurance helps with your maximum health and how fast you regenerate that health. Willpower helps with your how quickly you regenerate your magicka, and it also increases your fatigue. So both of these are very nice to level up. I'll probably just keep focusing on intelligence, and then I'll go to strength and then move down to these two. Agility, speed, you're going to level that up just playing the game. So I don't really see a point in specializing in those at all. So these are the skills that I have for this one. If you want to go more like a Death Knight and skip the vampire part of it, again, I would switch out maybe a School of Magic, like Mythicism, for like block. If you want to go sword and board, and then you can also switch it out with Restoration if you want to do more Crusader. Like, there's a lot of ways you can go with this. I think I like the vampire-ish side of it. I think it fits a Death Knight pretty well. Like I said, being a vampire though, like the play style, it's fun. I like it. I did it for more the role playing side of things. Because of all these skills you get. I will say, if you are wanting to do vampire, no matter what playthrough you do or whatever build you do, if you plan on being a vampire, highly recommend being a dark elf, because the Dummer get that resistant to fire. And then I also found, you can either find it or craft it. I have a ring that gives me a fire shield. So one of the downsides of being a vampire is you have a weakness to fire and sun damage. So you can do vampire and just feed constantly, and you're in that first stage of being a vampire. It doesn't, you can be in the sun just fine. It's basically a normal playthrough, but the more you progress in the vampirism, again, sunlight will kill you, and then people won't do business with you at all. They'll yell at you, "Monster, get away from me," stuff like that. So definitely keep that in mind when you want to do vampire. To me, there's a lot more upsides to it than downsides. They're really good for sneak characters too. This really helps me wearing heavy armor. It helps my sneak, as well as having that Dark Brotherhood band and hood. Now, if you wanted to do this class without being a vampire, the best race I would say, other than me personally, I would still do Dark Elf. I just like the Dark Elves. The Dummer are my favorite race in the game. My second would be Britain. Britons are just OP when it comes to anything magic, besides the High Elves. But High Elves, obviously, strong in magic, but also weak to magic. Britons really have no downside. So they work really well with this class, too. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Let's see. 12 p.m. Let's go ahead. Wait. But yeah, guys, so that's just what I've been doing in Oblivion. Let me know. Let's see. What are you doing? You going to bed? Let's wait an hour. See if she's in bed. I don't know who can see me. Oh, lockpick in action right here. Where'd she go, man? That's crazy. Y'all, what? As you can see, my sneak is really low. We're still able to get away with stuff like this. Let's go over to the other end and see. I just want to show you guys the feeding animation. So if you played Oblivion or Skyrim before, it's basically the same. But yeah, let me know what you all are building in Oblivion, how you guys are liking the game, what you don't like about it, what you do like about it, what you wish was in the game, stuff like that. I've been having a blast with it. I have a stealth character I'm also playing with right now. Nobody's sleeping in there. This lady has no business. Oh man, I missed that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. This lady has no business. That's crazy. So let's wait 2 hours and see if she goes to bed. Alright. Let's go be a little sneaky boy somewhere else. Surely somebody's sleeping in here. I love how every time you come into a room, something falls off the shelf or table. Alright, so here we go. So whenever you want to reset your vampirism, you just gotta come up to somebody sleeping. You go to interact like you're gonna pickpocket, and then you just hit feed. And then get out of here. So that's how easy it is to level up your sneak. Go ahead and wait 4 hours. Should be sunny outside. Amen. And then every time your stuff changes, you'll have like a little dream you have. Pretty cool. But yeah, you're able to... I guess not. I guess I didn't reset it fast enough. But taking less damage than I was. So. But yeah, guys. So let me know what you guys think of the build. Any changes you make. And like I said, I'm working on a stealth build. It's a little magic thief I'm working on. Thanks for watching, guys.
Welcome to the Newlands Lodge, the best place to drink in Shadenhall, not counting the chapel. Fighting is fine with... Farewell.